What's up, dough chasers? This is part two. The devil is a lie. The devil is trying to prevent me from sharing this information with you because the devil does not want you to learn how to save $1,000 within 3 months. Anyway, again, what I am sharing with you is how to save $1,000 within 3 months. I want to share with you exactly what you need to know so that you can get on the right path to saving money within your emergency fund. A lot of people who are going to be watching this video has probably had a hard time saving money within the last 5 years. And I know, you may be looking at me like, Jason, I've been struggling these last 5 years. How are you going to fix this issue for me? I'm going to break it down for you, okay? Black Lettuce is a free financial coaching program that we share with the public to help you get better results from your finances. And I'm really excited because today I want to share something with you that's going to really help you see the progress that you need in your life so that you can continue to move forward and continue to set goals so that you can take your life to another level, okay? In order for your community to change, your financial picture has to change first. And what we're going to do is we're going to share information today that's going to get you on the right path so that you can see the change that you always dreamed of. And the first step is to figure out how to free up money so that you can, begin to save. And there's one thing that I say often. Some people actually appreciate it. Some people hate it. I don't know what you're gonna, how you're gonna respond to this. But in order for you to see a change must happen. That's not the quote. The quote is, in order for you to achieve something new, a sacrifice needs to be made, right? Otherwise, what you actually want to achieve, if your goal is to have $1,000, but you're not making a sacrifice to achieve that $1,000, that $1,000 is going to be the sacrifice. So we don't want to sacrifice the goal. We want to sacrifice something that is preventing that goal from happening. Okay? So I'm going to be sharing some, sacrifices that you may need to make. It may rub you some kind of way, but if it does, it's supposed to. All right, so make sure you allow that itch to get you real good because I'm going to teach you how to really make a true sacrifice so that you can begin to realize the ultimate goal, $1,000. My wife was making a joke about me the other day. She said, you really don't need this notepad. You just like to write on it. And, that may be true. However, I'm going to enjoy this moment. And you're going to see me write on this notepad and we're going to have a good time. So we're talking about how to save $1,000 within 3 months. And the information that I'm sharing is information that we also share in our free Black Lettuce program. Black Lettuce, free financial coaching, putting you on game. Make sure you check that out, blacklettuce.com. But in order for you to achieve something, a sacrifice needs to be made. Otherwise, you're sacrificing what you want, okay? So first, what is the first step to saving $1,000 within 3 months, okay? What you need to do is you need to look at your budget. Your budget basically shares with you exactly what's coming in, the income that you're bringing to the household, okay? And it's also sharing what's going out, the expenses that you have that's taken away from your income, okay? And what you need to do is, if you don't have a budget, you need to write down a budget. A budget is very easy. You just write down the income that you bring home, subtract the expenses that you got going out, and this will give you an idea of where your money is going every month. It's that simple. So if you don't have a budget, write a budget right now, figure out where your money is going, figure out what you're bringing to the table, and we need to look at our finances and see, out of all these expenses that I have, how many of these are necessities? And the necessities, we're going to scratch off the list because we're not going to take those off of our list because we need that to survive, right? So if you were a client of mine, I will share with you that necessities are basically, your groceries, your gas money, which you need to get back and forth to work, lights, gas, your rent, all that good stuff. Things that you need to actually survive, okay? If you're someone where, you have to have a haircut, every 2 weeks, that would be considered a necessity because you need that to feel good about yourself. Whatever those things are, write those things down, okay? However, what isn't a necessity? I want you to circle those. And we're going to start off, for example, with the common, not necessity, but the common expense that isn't necessary. And we're going to look at our cable bill, okay? How many of you have a cable bill? Let me get a like if you have a cable bill. The thing that I've learned about cable is it's outrageously expensive. To be watching, 2-3 shows, to be paying, $100, $100, $200 a month for cable. That's the dumbest expense ever. However, it's preventing you from being successful. And my question to you is having that cable bill worth it? Is it worth it not to have any money in the bank just to watch 2 shows? Is it? 9 times out of 10, it's not. There are some people, I have run across some people who actually say, Jason, I need my shows, okay? I'd rather go broke and watch these shows. Hopefully none of you are that ignorant, but if you are, just leave right now, okay? However, my question to you is cable that important? A lot of people pay about, let's say you pay $100 for cable. What's a good number for cable? Let me know. I'll say about $100. Let's say you pay $100 for cable and internet. Okay, yeah, internet may cost you about $50. So basically, your cable and internet bill is $150 altogether. Okay, this is what I'm going to recommend. I'm going to recommend that you suspend the cable for 3 months. Suspend it. Okay. Florida, she's paying Mark is paying $200 for cable and internet, okay? In this example, we're looking at $177 for Comcast. That's crazy, okay? I'm talking about $100. I don't think I'm being realistic right now. Okay, so let's say that, altogether of the $177 that you're paying TT, let's say that 100 of it is for cable and 77 is for internet. In this example, we have 100 for cable and $50 for internet. What I'm going to recommend is that, let's not take everything off the table. How about we take something off the table? Keep the internet, okay? Find the reruns on the internet, but suspend the cable, okay? Do that. So far, we have saved $100, okay? And let me write this better. $100, okay? So we saved $100 by suspending the cable, okay? Another thing that I recommend is that you look at your cell phone bill, okay? Right now I'm with T-Mobile, but some of you are with Verizon, AT&T, and I know you're paying way more than what I'm paying. But let's say that you have T-Mobile. Okay, I actually did this a couple months ago. Okay, my bill, well, it's kind of not fair because I include my business too. But personal, let's say my personal bill was hitting about $250. Okay, personal bill about $250. All right, I called them like, hey, I'm paying $250 for my personal lines. What's up with that? Can you find me any savings? Guess how much they were able to save me? They were able to save me $100 because I had an extra line that I wasn't using. And some of you, you have notepads, whatever, iPads or whatever, watches, and you have them connected to your cell phone bill. And they told me that if I suspended that account, that would save me, I think it was about $75. And then if I reduce my plan slightly, it would save me an additional $25. So altogether, I was able to save $100 on my bill, and now my bill is $150. Okay, so far by making 2 phone calls, 2 15-minute phone calls, I was able to save $200. Okay. So what you need to do in your life is you need to make a sacrifice. You need to sacrifice whatever is holding you back from reaching your goal. Okay? Otherwise, your goal will be the sacrifice. And what you need to understand is at the end of the day, you have to give up something. So you're going to have opportunity cost. You're going to have, hey, I keep this cell phone bill and continue to talk to, people I don't like. Or opportunity B, I cancel the phone bill and I keep $100 of my own money that I worked my ass off for. Okay, so you have to decide which one is more important. The cost is what you give up. All right. So when you look at your situation, talk to people I don't like, save $100 that I worked my ass off for. Opportunity cost. Which one do I want to give up? In this case, we want to give up, we want to find savings, right? So I'm not saying, don't call your mama. You got to call your mama. You got to check on your mama. But, you can find savings on that phone bill because 9 times out of 10 is probably a lot more than what it should be. Okay. So contact your carrier, try to find some savings on your phone bill, and be like me. Save $100 a month. Okay. So you have to make a sacrifice. Whatever unnecessary bill that you have that that you can survive without I'm just talking about 3 months. For the next 3 months that you can survive without, contact that company and suspend the account and let them know that you'll come back at a later time. But right now you can't afford it anymore. Okay. So do that. All right. Right now we have $200 in savings. Okay. The next thing that I want to recommend, some of you may be on the iffy side, but it's temporary. Keep this in mind. It is temporary. Okay. And we're talking about the betterment of your financial picture. We're talking about financial security. Okay. So keep that in mind. At the back of your mind, I want you to think, I'm trying to save money. All right. So the second thing that you need to do is you need to contact your car insurance provider. If you have a car, that means you have car insurance, okay? And majority of the time, it is full coverage, okay? So what we need to do is, I'm not saying get rid of your full coverage. What I'm saying is increase your deductible. Increase it by $500, okay? Let's increase the deductible by $500. Majority of the time, they have you get a plan where your deductible is probably $500 at the base, okay? What I'm recommending is that you increase it. If you have $500, increase it to $1,000. What's the negative? The negative is if you get in a car accident, you have to pay $1,000 deductible. But you're a safe driver, okay? You're actually doing something good for yourself, okay? So just drive a little more carefully for the next 3 months. Increase that deductible. And what that's going to do is minimum, that's going to put $50 back in your pocket. Minimum, okay? Do that. You put an extra $50 back in your pocket, okay? Now, if you don't feel comfortable doing that and you are a safe driver and also your credit score has improved slightly, I would recommend shopping around. Because what carriers do is, depending on the severity of your credit score, a bad credit score will get you a higher rate. If you are a part of our community, you're probably working on your credit, okay? So the fact that you're working on your credit and your credit is improving, if you don't feel comfortable with increasing your deductible, shop around and find a more affordable rate. And this is the secret. You do not have to go with a big name company, okay? A lot of you are with State Farm, Progressive, Geico, all those big names, which is awesome. But there's smaller companies that actually offer the same thing, okay? For example, I was once with Progressive. They were charging me an arm and a leg. And one of our local agents put me onto a company called Erie Insurance. I saved probably $75 to $100 by just switching to them. Okay. Now I'm not with them anymore because I found a more affordable program. However, at that time, this was about 5 years ago. Okay. I mean, 5 years ago, before I started my company, things were on, weren't on the up and up for me. So I needed to find some money. I needed to find some money in my savings. So I had to make some sacrifices and find some changes myself. And one of the things that I did was I shopped around for a more affordable car insurance carrier, and someone put me onto a smaller company, and they saved me, $75 to $100. But in this case, let's say that you are working on your credit and it's improving. Let's say that you shopped around. And let's say that doing that, also saved you $50. So basically, you have two options to save at least $50. Okay, so I would recommend that you do that. So far, we have $250 where we have freed up. Okay, the third option is not really popular, but it could also save you tons of money as well, and that is request a hardship. Jason, where am I requesting a hardship? So you have a car note. You pay your car note on time every month. But this month, let's say that you ran into a problem. Contact your car note provider and let them know that you ran into a problem and you need to request a hardship, and see if you can get your car note payment pushed to the back end of your loan. I know credit unions do this a lot. I don't know if bigger companies will do this for you. However, there's nothing wrong with trying, okay? So if it works and your car note is, let me get an example. Who has a car note? What's your car note? Let me get an example really quick. I need a realistic example because I was going to say something ridiculous. And while we wait, I want you to keep in mind that we're at $250 in savings already. Ford does it. Okay. Appreciate that, Mr. Leach. Ford will allow you to push your payment to the back end of the loan if you request a hardship. Now, the thing is, you can't request a hardship all the time. I believe you may get, one during the duration of your car note, or one a year. I don't know. Let's say, okay, so we got a 340 car note and a 290 car note. Okay, let's say the car note is $300. Okay, we're at $550 in 1 month. Okay, now everybody, Ally does it. Okay, see, we're making progress right here. Okay, we're at $550 right now by just making some simple phone calls. Mr. Leach, he has mentioned that we can do it, that you can push your car note payment to the back end of the loan once a year with Ford. Ally allows it 2 per year. Wow. It will affect your payoff. However, it's also going to impact your pockets too. You're going to have a savings. Okay? So let's say that you get lucky and you're able to save the $300, but let's say that you're not able to request that to the back end of the loan. What do you do? Well, if you are a part of our community, like I said, there's a great chance that you're working on improving your credit score. And if your car note, let's say that you have a car note where the duration of the loan is 5 years, okay? And you're fresh into the loan. If you are at, before you get to the 3rd year period, I would definitely look into refinancing, because that means that you're still paying a lot of the interest off on the car, and refinancing will be the second option, okay? So if you can't get the hardship, also look into refinancing. Even if let's say you do get the hardship, I would look into refinancing as well if you're working on improving your credit score. Now, of course, you want to be strategic with this, but if you are someone who's improving the credit score and you haven't thought about refinancing, this would definitely be a good option. And that will save you on interest payments. And let's say that the refinancing, we had a coaching client, she refinanced with her credit union, and she was able to save, I believe, $50 on her car note, which goes a long way. So let's say that you were unable to get the hardship, but you were able to get the refinance. So that's 50. We're at $300 right now, despite the hardship. Okay, I'm gonna do the math at the end. Okay, and then lastly, what you need to do. This is very strategic. Okay, I want you to keep in mind that I am not a tax professional. Consult with your CPA concerning this. Okay, for the disclaimer purposes. But this one will help out a lot of people. Increase tax withholdings. Okay? Again, this is a temporary solution. But if you are someone where you are getting crazy tax returns, let's say you get 2, 3, 4, 5 bands in my bank account. I'm just playing. Let's say that you get let's say that you get $2, $3, $4, $5,000 in tax returns. That means that you are giving the government a tax-free loan. Okay, this is how it works. You get your paycheck, and they take out $300 every paycheck in taxes, right? And then at the end of the year, they basically give it back to you, like, hey, we took $3,000 from you. Here, you have this. Okay, here's your money back. You're basically giving them a tax-free loan. And last time I checked, they don't give us tax-free loans. How much is your student loan interest rate? Right? So don't do them a favor. Try to get as much money out of your paycheck as you possibly can. And if you are someone where you get a large tax return, I highly recommend that you increase your tax withholdings. Max it out, okay? So if you're at 0 right now, max it out to 10 or 12. I don't know what the max is, but max it out, okay? And we're only doing this temporarily. Keep that in mind, okay? So max it out, and what that's going to do is it's going to do something crazy. It's going to allow you to keep more of your money every month. And by you, if you have, let's say that you have tax withholding of 0, that means they don't withhold anything. They just take all the taxes out, right? And you increase that to 10, that's going to increase your paycheck by at least $50 to $100 a paycheck, okay? From my experience, I've seen paychecks increase $100 per pay period, okay? So let's go on the lower end and say it's $50 per pay period, and you get paid twice a month, okay? So that's $100 by increasing your tax withholdings. Remember, we're doing this temporarily for 3 months. Once the 3-month period ends, take your tax withholdings back to where you had them. But temporarily, I need you to save $1,000 within 3 months, okay? So looking at these changes that we've created for ourselves, we have $100, $200, $250, $300, $400 that we're able to free up, okay? And that's in 1 month. 1 month. Okay? That means that in 2.5 months, you will save $1,000. If you do this for 2.5 months, okay? And once you save that $1,000, if you like the feeling of saving money, you can continue it. If you don't, reactivate all this stuff, and at least you got $1,000 saved up, okay? Better remember to change it quick, only for a couple months or so. If you don't change it and you make a mistake doing more than 6 months, you're going to owe like crazy. Yeah, so again, I am not a tax professional. I am not a CPA. Of course, you want to consult with your tax professional, but we're talking about a temporary fix, okay? So make sure that, when you do increase your tax withholdings, by the end of the 3rd month, bring it back to where you had it. That way, everything is okay. Okay. But yeah, as you can see, by you making a temporary sacrifice, you are now able to fulfill that goal. Now, just imagine if you were able to make sacrifices long term. I'm talking about with your personal finances, with your career, with your personal life. Imagine how much of a change you will see if you were able to maintain a sacrifice that's preventing your goal. How quickly do you think you'll be able to attain that? Like this. Okay? So really think about that, because we always talk about the dough chaser mentality, And that's what it's all about. Changing your mindset on how you think about your finances and understanding that money is important, okay? Because money helps us realize our true purpose, okay? Right now, you may be working a job that you hate, but in order for you to make a move, you have to save some money so that you can go live somewhere else and find a job that you love. But in order for you to make that a reality, you have to find a way to save some money, to put some money to the side. But if you're not making that sacrifice to make that a reality, you moving away to a better area with more opportunity will never happen. Okay? So right now, what we're talking about is how to save $1,000 within 3 months by making a sacrifice. Black lettuce, baby. Woo! I feel good. I feel good. So hopefully this information has helped someone. TT asks, now what do we do with the $1,000? You better save it. You better put it in an emergency fund, okay? I will recommend that you open up what is called an online saving account. That way you're not tempted to touch the money. Out of sight, out of mind. Put the money away, okay? And now you have a $1,000 emergency fund, okay? Do not put it in your checking account because you will use it, okay? Set yourself up for success, okay? Your greatest strength is to know your weakness. And if you are someone who is tempted when they see a bunch of money, set it up somewhere where you don't see it, okay? Set up an online saving account is my recommendation. Or if you're someone where you can trust yourself, make sure you open up additional saving account, maybe at another bank, okay? I don't want you to tempt yourself because what's that quote about self-will? What is it? Okay, we forgot. But you can only hold yourself back for so long, okay? So really, focus on making a sacrifice. Otherwise, what you want will be the sacrifice. And as you can see, by us making some simple changes with our finances and what we spend our money on, we're able to free up a bunch of money so that we can save a bunch of money. And really think about if you were able to maintain a sacrifice much longer. What would you be able to do? $400 a month? You can buy a rental property and rent that bad boy out for double, for $800. Hey, I'm just saying, okay? So my name is Jason White. This has been a Black Lettuce episode, trying to help you get your finances right. Hopefully this has been helpful. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure you give me a heart, give me something. Let me know that you like this information, and please share this on your timeline so people who are also in your predicament or a worse one can get this information so that they can improve their financial picture, take themselves, their families, and their community to the next level. We got to help each other, okay? So make sure you're helping somebody out by giving them good information. But I appreciate your time. Thank you for the love. I appreciate it. Your boy's getting love. If you are someone who, would like more financial coaching, we offer some free information that we're going to be dropping, reintroducing to the marketplace very soon. It's called Black Lettuce. As you can see, Black Lettuce. Isn't that logo sweet, though? Look at that logo. That's a ball of lettuce with Benjamins in it. Okay? So, it's all about Witness Riches, helping you take your financial picture to the next level. So check us out at a later date for blacklettuce.com. Also, if you're interested in credit repair, feel free to learn more about our services at www.the700clubcreditrepair.com. Always got to give in that plug, I got to promote myself, right? Thank you for your love. Y'all have a wonderful evening. Again, my name is Jason White. I'm out. Peace.